Hi everyone and welcome to this week's slightly belated reading wrap-up, which might be in very poor quality video because the lighting is long gone, but I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to film, so here we are. So this week I read two books, the first of which was a graphic novel which was called Theatrics by Neil Gibson. I don't want to go into this one too much because I've already done a full review of this one, so I'll leave that in the cards and also in the description down below. But yeah, that graphic novel was fantastic. I received it from the publisher via NetGalley and yeah, I gave it 4 stars. Basically about a guy called Rudy Burns, who is a famous Broadway star, and he goes out one night to a speakeasy because this is set in the 1920s, and while he is out he gets really drunk and then goes to walk home alone and gets beaten up by a gang. And it's just all about what happens from there basically. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Like I said, if you want to know more, check out my full review for that one. The other book I read this week was heavy, really heavy. That was the Harry Potter illustrated edition of the Philosopher's Stone. I've read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone so many times I just can't even actually keep count or track anymore. It's like the one where when I was younger, every time a new Harry Potter book was coming out, I'd try and reread the series and I'd get to the first one, sometimes the second, and never further than that. So it's definitely the one that I've read the most times, and this is the second time that I've read the illustrated edition. The last time I read it was when I first got this illustrated edition, and it took me really quite a long time to get through it that time because I don't know, it just, maybe I got distracted by the illustrations back then, but this time I absolutely flew through it. I mean, I've given it 5 stars both times, but it was always one that I wasn't quite as bothered about when I was younger, probably because I just read it too many times. So reading it in the past, I've always been feeling, you know, 4 stars maybe, except for the last time where I gave it 5. This time it was a 5, and if I could do more stars then I would, kind of thing, because I flew through it, absolutely enjoyed it. I mean, I've been so desperate to do a Harry Potter reread for so long anyway, that I was so in the mood and up for this, and I think that really just came through in my reading experience, and I enjoyed this book more than I ever have any other of the about 10 times that I've read this book. I just thought it was absolutely phenomenal. And so in similar vein, my current physical reading book, I've only got the cover here because heavy, but I'm currently reading the Chamber of Secrets illustrated edition. I love these illustrated editions so much. Chamber of Secrets has always been my least favourite Harry Potter book, and so far I feel like the illustrations are really helping me sort of get over that hatred a little bit. Like, I think I've got it marked as something like 2 stars on Goodreads because I really don't enjoy that one. Now, while 2 stars is a little harsh, I think this time we'll be bumping up to probably at least 4 stars because the illustrated editions just make such a difference. If you've never read an illustrated edition of Harry Potter, I recommend it so much. As for what else I'm currently reading, I'm still reading The Diviners by Libba Bray because I've just not had much reading time on my Kindle this last week. I am getting towards the end of that. I expect that I will finish that this week, pretty much without a doubt. I am also currently still listening to The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. I'm not having the most fun time with that. It's boring me a bit, to be honest, and I feel like that sounds really criminal to say, but it is boring me quite a bit. And I feel really bad saying that, but yeah. And so, yeah, I'm going to pick another book out of my TBR bag. Just as a quick disclaimer as well, I do want to try and read a book I've got on my Kindle this week, which is a thriller, I think it was. I think it was called The Window. I don't remember who it was by, but I got it off Kindle because I recently joined my account with my boyfriend, so we share Prime. And part of sharing Prime is you have access to the Kindle Lenders Library, and you get 1 book a month for that. So I picked out a book in November and found The Window, and I'm going to try and read that this week and then pick out a book for my December read soon. So let's see what we have here for my TBR bucket pick, or TBR bag now rather. Okay, so we've got a book that I picked up on NetGalley this year, and it's called Unpunished by Lisa Black. I can't remember what this one is at all. I've not got my laptop to hand to look this up, and I film on my phone, so I can't look what this is right now. But I feel like it might be a psychological thriller if I remember correctly. So if it is, I'll definitely be getting to this one this week because I need to carry on reading review books anyway, so that will jump to the front of the queue if it is. If it's not a psychological thriller, I don't know. It'll definitely be towards the front of the queue, but whether it'll be with the one I read after The Window, I'm not sure. So yeah, that is my very speedy rushed, because I just want to get this filmed and up as soon as possible, reading wrap up. Let me know what you've read recently. Let me know whether you've read any of these books, whether I made you want to do a Harry Potter read. I feel like December is the perfect time for reading Harry Potter, despite the fact that only a little bit of each book is always set in like Christmas time. I feel like the Christmas scenes are always really vivid in each and every book, and I love the series so much, and it feels like such a lovely Christmassy comfort read for me. So yeah, as I said, let me know what you've been reading, and anything else you want to drop me down in the comments, feel free. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me just if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me. And I will see you Wednesday, hopefully, with part 2 of my book haul catch-up session. Bye-bye!